Good afternoon, everyone. Coming to you from the train on the way to Amsterdam, post Hanover Mess. These are our reflections from the final day. It was a hydrogen day today, and we'll do a proper debrief and we'll do a podcast on the full conference. But immediate reflections, Dan. Key takeaways?
I think for me, I was a bit encouraged in the few people that we spoke to about hydrogen, in that one, they're not thinking about hydrogen at all for light-duty vehicles, which I think we're seeing Shell pulling out of hydrogen fueling stations in the U.S. and in California, and so really it's for long-haul trucking and industrial applications. We also learned that in order for it to be competitive from taking electricity, low-cost renewables, converting it to hydrogen, and then converting it back to electricity, that we really need to be below $12 a kilogram, below $5 a kilogram. Today we're at $12 a kilogram, and that's really through the middle infrastructure of electrolyzers and then converting it back to electricity.
Yeah, like the whole conference was dominated by the conversation around hydrogen, and it seems to be what Germany in particular, and maybe Europe as a whole, are placing some big bets on. I think there seems to be a misalignment right now between the political aspirations and the actual execution. I think what was exciting to see is the tech is there, or is improving in terms of creating the hydrogen and using the hydrogen, but the missing gap around piping it, transporting it, having the infrastructure to actually do something with it in a really efficient way is the missing piece. And I'm not sure anyone understands who's responsible for doing that. Is that a government initiative, or is it industry supported by government incentives? So
and I mean, hydrogen for industrial applications and for this transportation component makes sense. For electricity, I think time will tell, but today it's really not a good use of electricity to then hold it as hydrogen and then convert it back to electricity. I think we're still many years away from that.
Yeah, and I think seasonal storage will play into, like, is there a price that we're willing to put on that to make the economics work? But loads of vendors, lots of good tech out there, lots of people who are super excited about it. Let's see whether the hype converts into opportunity. But in Europe's interest of getting off oil and gas and not having a lot of it themselves, that seems to be the big push, and we're not necessarily seeing as much urgency and interest at scale in the US right now. Yeah. All right.
See ya.
See you soon.